All right, pit bike people on YouTube, what is up? It's been a very long time since I've done any kind of pit bike content recently. Today's a little bit different of a video. We're gonna be talking about a pit bike that I switched to recently when I've been on 110s pretty much my entire life. A bunch of different KLX 110s, TTR 110s, a bunch of CRF 110s, and why I ride a CRF 125 now over those bikes and why I probably will never go back to a 110. So this is a brand new 2026 that I had just picked up from Ocean County Power Sports the other day. This is my third or fourth one of these in the last probably 4 or 5 years. I like new bikes. If anybody knows me, they know that I like to get into new stuff as much as possible. That being said, the main reasons I like this is pretty obvious, but a few. This is the 125 small wheel. Now they have this in a big wheel. The small wheel 125, the fronts I believe are 17 and the rears I know are 14. Now the big wheel, the rears are 16 and the front is a 19. I like that the small wheel still kind of feels like a pit bike, which was huge for me and why I stuck with that. That's probably the first and foremost reason. It's still bigger than a 110 by a little bit. It's that little bit faster. It's that little bit better suspension. It's got disc front brakes, which you can see here. And the clutch was a massive seller for me on this bike. I just think overall, instead of dumping like crazy money into a 110, you can get a few bolt-on parts like from these guys at TV Parts that just sent me a bunch of stuff here. Little bit of cosmetic stuff. We got shift levers, brake levers, extended cables. We do have springs for the front here, stiffer springs. I actually got these guys from T-Bolt. These are BBR springs, do a chain guide and pegs, so nothing crazy. You kind of run them as is. They're fuel injected, but they are amazing. So I'm gonna throw some parts on this right now. All right, we're gonna start with the easy stuff. Ooh, brand new oil. Never even rode this bike yet. So, TB Parts, the red dipstick, just for good old style points. This thing's pretty cool. That's first. TB Parts shift lever. Looks like the bolt actually mounts underneath, but still super cool looking, this thing. DRC wide foot pegs from T-Bolt. These are pretty cheap. They're like 60 bucks. I just popped a couple of these out. And you reuse the stock springs. Super easy. Highly recommend. Boom. BBR chain guide. Boom. BBR chain guide from T-Bolt. TB Parts clutch lever. And yes, I will be changing the bars soon, but I wanted to put the perch on first. Beautiful. TB Parts handlebars. Just took the stock ones off. I'm going to throw these on next. Just took the stock throttle cables off, put the TB Parts extended throttle cables on there. If you do bars, you have to get cables or your cables are going to be maximum stretched, will not reach, not going to be a good fit. Even if you reroute them, yes, you can reroute them here. It's a way to do it, but it's also a way to get these cables really messed up. Just get the aftermarket cables from these guys. And beautiful, I'm not done tightening all this yet, TB Parts red bar clamps. Next, extended clutch cable. All right, sitting on the bike now, just getting my levers adjusted. Still got to tighten some of this stuff here. I just glued a left side grip. Now, the CRF 125, different from the 110. The 110 has like a kid-size grip. The 125 has a full-size grip. I end up just leaving the stock grip on, and I happen to have a Renthal super tacky one. Yes, they're a little bit different, but close enough is good enough. So we're looking good here. Dang, look at this. It's like the exciting stuff people get to look forward to. All right, here we go so far. Bars are all done for the most part. Everything is done on this bike. I do still have these BBR springs, which I am not going to do in this video, mainly because I just don't feel like doing it today. I'm going for graphics next. Boom, look at this thing. Chrome graphics from SSI Decals. They're out of Illinois. They can do custom kits just like this. Tell you, graphics can really change a whole bike. These are chrome. You don't really see them too often, but man, I freaking love this. All right, never mind. We changed our mind. We are gonna do the springs. They actually are easier than I thought. They're right at the top. I'm thinking back to when I did the 110s, they had the dampening rods, and that's when the fork had to come apart. I took the bars back off. They're right on the other side of this. Pretty cut and dry. All right, I gotta tell you, with this thing on the ground now and these springs in, this thing is freaking sick. Highly recommend the BBR springs. I'm gonna do a different video for a first ride. Thanks for watching. 2026 Crf125. Boom.